Hey everybody, welcome to a beginner's workout routine for the Bowflex Xceed, XTREME, and PR3000. In today's video, we're going to hit our entire body with 25 sets of work. Now, I know you can do it. 25 sets might sound like a lot, but all you got to do is just get started. Get following along with me. I'm going to coach you through it all, and I know you can finish. Just give me your best effort. So all of our work today is going to be through this bottom set of pulleys here, so you can start racking this up. So I've got my cables run down, and it's in the widest position. And then for racking up our weights, we'll do that in a little bit, but we're gonna have one weight setting for this entire routine today. And that's so we can go from one lift to the next very quickly. And that's how I've designed this workout, so to be kind of a good weight setting for the entire routine today. So we're gonna kick things off with a 4-minute warm up in just a little bit. And once we get into the workout, we're gonna have intervals of 50 seconds. Half of that is going to be work, half of that's going to be rest, where you can kind of get positioned for the next lift, take a little breather, and then we're just going to roll through everything. We've got 2 breaks planned in there as well, so you can grab a drink of water or towel off or stretch out, whatever. Then we're going to get right into it. So if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button if you're joining me, and if you love this workout at the end of it, please give me a comment below. All those things really help out. And with that out of the way, let's get into our warm-up. All right, warm-up time. Let's do some high knees to get things started. So just raise those knees nice and high as you kind of do an exaggerated march here. And all we're trying to do here is just get the blood flowing and our body warm so we can get a good stretch in and then get right into our routine today. So give me some more of them high knees. We're going to do this for a full minute to get things going. Now, if you prefer, you can also do a little jog in place if that's more your style, but I like some high knees right here. Got another 15 seconds, let's go. And then we're going to move into some arm circles. All right, so for arm circles, you're going to stretch your arms out nice and wide, and then you're going to make little itty bitty circles that gradually get bigger and bigger until they're as big as they go. We should be big as they go right now. Let's do a few of them. And now we're going to change directions and slowly bring those arm circles in. All right, so keep those arms outstretched wide, and now we're going to do some torso twists. So for this, you're just going to spin around and feel that twist in your spine and your back there. And so I've got my feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart here, and I'm going to go into some alternating toe taps. So I got my left hand is going to touch my right toe now, and then right, left. And you can bend your knees just a little bit as you do this. Try to keep those arms outstretched. All right, next we're going to be doing some saucers. And with a saucer, you're going to pretend your nose is at the center of a spiral, and then it's slowly going to go around that spiral, just like our arm circles, until your head is going as big of circles as possible. And then we're going to change directions and then bring it in. All right, great. So next, we're going to do some wrist spins. So for these, you're just going to rotate your hands around in a nice little circle here. Keep them going. A couple more high knees here. Let's do about 20 seconds of these. And then we're going to do some arm pulls here from for the last 30 seconds or so. For this, you're going to reach your arm across your body with your other hand, kind of grab it, and then pull across your body. So I'm kind of touching my back, like to give myself a pat on the back for these. And then give it a few seconds. And now let's switch arms here and pull it across our body. So when this timer ticks down, we're going to start racking up our resistance. All right, so if you don't already have your cables in the right spot, go ahead and run those now. Again, you want it in the bottom widest pulley for this routine today. So I'm going to rack up my weight at 80 pounds of power rods for both sides. That's what I would consider the heavy weight setting. Now, a medium weight setting, I go with 50 pounds, and a lightweight setting, I would go either 30 or even 20 pounds, depending on where you're at. So I've got my 80 pounds racked up, and I am all ready to go. So our first lift today is going to be a seated row. So you can sit on the ground for this. I would be off the camera if I did that. So I've got a yoga ball here that I'll be sitting on. And for seated rows, you're just going to grab these handles, and you're going to be facing the machine, and then you're just going to pull these handles right back to you. So I like kind of bringing my chest out as I pull these handles in. So I press or exaggerate my chest out a bit here and then pull in. All right, so everybody's going to join me here in 3 seconds for some rows. So this is our 25 seconds of work here. Got 10 more seconds. All right, good work everybody. So our next set, you can just keep holding onto these handles here, and we're gonna step in towards the Bowflex. And I might just be facing the tower here, and I might just do some bicep curls. So for these, you wanna stand up nice and tall, don't move your back around. You're just gonna pull these handles up towards your shoulders. All right, let's go everybody, join me. Now you should be breathing in such a way where you're exhaling as those power rods are bending. All right. Good work so far, everybody. Our next lift here is going to be called a shoulder pull. So for this, I'm continuing to hold my left hand on the handle here. I've got 1 foot on the machine, 1 foot on the ground, and then I'm going to just pull this handle up towards my shoulder, just like this. So everybody join me in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, everybody. Come on. And with all these, you want to just be standing up nice, straight and tall, and just focus on moving only the body part that you're working. So we're just working this arm and this shoulder. Everything else should just be standing in place and relaxed. All right, so we're just going to spin around and do our other shoulder here. So let me give you guys another angle here. 1 foot on the ground, 1 on the machine, and then I'm just pulling up the weight all the way to my shoulders. Five more seconds, come on. All right, good work everybody. So we're 4 sets into our routine here, and we're going into what's probably the toughest lift here, and that is going to be are kettlebell swings. So kettlebells, you've probably seen people with these where they go like this. That's a kettlebell. Well, we can replicate that by running one handle through your feet, kind of crouching down a bit, and then we're gonna pull this handle out in front of us. We got 10 more seconds. I know this is a tough one. Stay with me. All right, good work. So our next lift here is going to be a squat to cross row. So for this, you're going to grab the opposite handle here. So your cables are going to be crossing over in front of you, and you're going to take a little bit of a wide stance here. And then you're going to drop down into a body weight squat, stand up, and then pull. So squat and then pull. Now, if you get in a good rhythm, as you're standing, you can start pulling. That's really the ideal here. But if you don't have that fluidity, that's all right. Squat and pull. And if you can't squat as far as me, that's okay. Go to what is comfortable for you. And we're all just learning how to use this machine here. So our next lift then is going to be a calf raise. And for this, you're going to be grabbing the, not cross over your handles. And you want to bring up these handles to about waist height here. And then you're going to be going up onto your tippy toes. So you hold those handles at waist height and go on your toes. So you can be hanging over the machine, or you can be just standing right on the machine. Both of these work. What you want to do is just go onto your toes with a little more resistance. And this is really nice for your calves and also your ankles too. Build a little ligament strength there, not just the muscle. And now we're going to go into hip extension. So for this, you're going to take this handle and you're going to open it up and then just shove your foot right through it. And now I'm going to put one arm on the Bowflex, and then with the other, I'm going to just I guess I'll keep it at my hip here, as I kick my foot out wide. Now, if this is too much resistance for you, get closer, get your right foot close to the pulley, and if you want more resistance, you can get further away from it. Again, I'm trying to keep this all with one weight setting. And by moving your distance from the pulley, you can kind of adjust your weight setting just a little bit that way. All right, so we got one more hip extension and then we're on our first break. So we're doing the exact same thing here. Open up that handle, put your foot right through it, and then you're just going to be kicking that foot out wide. So I always like kind of having one hand on the bench or the back here, just for a little bit better balance. And then the other thing too is I like to think of my foot as kind of like the second hand on a clock as it's, working its way around here. Whew. And that is what our routine looks like today. So we're going to run back those same 9 sets that we just did in a moment here. We got a 1-minute break coming up, and then we're going to get back into it, run through those 9 again, and then finally we're going to run through 7 one more time after that. So we're over a third of the way done. Grab yourself some water, stay loose. And we're just going to keep pushing through this routine. Hope everybody is feeling good out there. And we are going to be kicking things off again with some seated rows in just a moment. So let me grab my yoga ball here. And again, you could be seated on the floor, a yoga ball, a chair, whatever you want. You just need to be a little bit away from this machine. Otherwise, your resistance isn't going to be tough enough for you. So again, I'm going to be seated here and I'll be rowing just like this. So this particular grip I'm doing here, this is called the natural grip. There's another grip you can do called the hammer grip, where you turn your hands 90 degrees like you're holding a hammer. And so I want you to choose the opposite grip of what you did in the first set. So I'm doing a hammer grip this time. I'm just holding those weights as if I was holding a hammer. Go nice and slow. Weightlifting is not about speed, let me tell you. What you want to be is in control of all that weight that you're holding. And so going at a nice slow pace is a great way to do that. So our next lift, bicep curls. Face the tower, grab those handles, and then you're just pulling the weight right on up to your shoulders, just like this. Bicep curls on this machine is, from this setting, is one of my favorite things to do. These Bowflexes are just great for that because the resistance getting tougher as you're curling really hits the right spot and the right time on those those bicep curls. So it's a great lift for on your Bowflex. Very, very intuitive too. It's just pull the weights up towards you and you're good. So shoulder pulls up next. So for these, we're just pulling the weight up here. Again, I got 1 foot on the machine, 1 foot on the ground. And we're working. All right, you were 12 sets in. You're halfway done, almost halfway done. I guess we got 25 sets, but we're just spinning around here and we got another set of shoulder pulls. All right, pull in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, everybody. All right, now you're halfway done. If you've made it this far, I know you can finish. All right. We have our kettlebell swings up next. This is a tough one. We're not here to quit. We're here to finish. We're here to work. So again, you're gonna squat down a little bit here, pull the handle between your legs, and then you're gonna pull this handle out in front of you. Here we go, work everybody. Make sure you're breathing as you're pulling the weight. Exhale as you push the weight or pull the weight out in front of you. Good work, everybody. Good work. So we've got some body weight squats into cross rows here. So cables are going to be crossing over in front of you. Face the machine. Dip down into a squat, and as you come up, pull those handles up. Here we go. Let's go, everybody. Squat and pull. Squat and pull. And again, go down as far as you are comfortable with on your squats. You know, before I had a Bowflex, I certainly could not squat this far down. But it's, you know, it's working out like this, doing videos like this, and it's really improved my flexibility. And now I can squat a lot further than I used to. So calf raises up, everybody. So again, you want your handles close to your hips, or sorry, just above your waist. And then you're gonna go right up on your tippy toes. Now I like kind of blasting up with this and then slowly letting my heel down onto the ground or onto the machine. All right. So we got just 2 more sets here and then we have another break. And so we got our hip extension again. For this, you're going to open up this handle, put your foot into the handle here. And then again, you can be standing by the pulley or just off of it. And then you're going to kick your leg out like it's the second hand on a clock here. Now, hip extensions, I don't see a lot of men that do these. I'm a big fan of these. You know, good hip flexibility and mobility is really great for your stride length. If you're, you know, maybe if you're a runner or if you play sports and you need to jump, having good hip flexibility is really great for that. So this is a good exercise for that. So we're just switching sides here with another set of hip extensions. Now this is our last set of hip extensions on the day here. And here we go. Kick it out wide. You know, stay in control, but so again, if you're into other sports or running, I really like stretching out those hips. I found for me that that's helped me a lot in my running pace as I got older, and I feel like I stride a little further because of stronger hips. So we got a minute coming up here, and grab yourself some water, maybe towel off a bit, or so we got a minute to ourselves. Just shake it out, stay loose. And our final set, or final round, is going to be 7 sets. We're doing the same thing, except for the hip extensions. We're going to be leaving that out. So let me just remind you guys again, if you've made it this far, I know you're finishing. And if you're finishing, I would love it if you left me a comment. Let me know what you think of the workout. And, you know, what else you want to see on this machine. That stuff's always appreciated. And Google sees comments, sees people engaged, and it helps me, you know, bring more people into the channel and have, you know, more people find this. It's really cool to have everybody working out with me, and I hope I'm bringing value to your life and your world. So with that, we're doing some seated rows here in 3, 2, and 1. So stay in control, go nice and slow with these. You know, and sometimes I like just holding the weight back at my chest for a second or two. All right, so you can stay holding those handles here, because we're gonna go right into a bicep curl here, where we're just curling this weight up, right up to our shoulders. We got 10 seconds though. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's curl, everybody. Come on. There we go. There we go. We are in the home stretch, everybody. We have just 5 sets remaining, so we are 80% done with our routine here. And so our next lift, though, we got some shoulder pulls, and we're pulling this weight up nice and smooth. And just like on our rows, you can hold it there for a second as well. Hold and release. All right. All right, we're just spinning around, taking that other shoulder. And in 10 seconds, you're going to join me here for some more shoulder pulls. All right, let's go, everybody. Five seconds. There we go. So our next set is going to be our kettlebell swings. You're going to run this handle between your legs, kind of crouch down, and then you're pulling this weight out in front of you. But we got 10 seconds. We are in the home stretch. I can see that finish line right ahead of me. Here we go. Some kettlebell swings. Let's go. Ten more seconds. Come on. Finish strong, people. Next, we need to move into our body weight squats to cross rows. So grab your opposite handle. These cables will be crossing over in front of you. You're going to squat and pull up. This is squat and pull. I'd like to start pulling as I'm rising up. Get a nice fluid motion here. And again, if you can only go down a little, that's all right. Keep working on it. And here we go into our final set. Some calf raises. So again, you're going to have your handles just above your waist. And then you're just going to go right up to your tippy toes. Now, I should have said this earlier. If you're struggling with your balance, you can just go no weight as well. Strangely, I think having the resistance gives me a bit better balance on these. And that is it. Way to go, everybody. Before we wrap this video up, though, I need to remind you, you need to remove your power rods from resistance. If you don't do that, your power rods are just going to get weaker over time. And they actually, in my experience, they degrade really quickly if you just leave them under tension just a few times. So you got to make sure you remove them from tension, wrap them up, keep those power rods strong just like you. So again, if this is your first workout on the channel, or just if you really enjoyed this workout, please comment below. Let me know what you thought. And as always, be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.